Get a hell of a caffeine fix from your local Night and Day.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show.
With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Monday afternoon, the 18th of September 2023. And you, my friends, are listening to the Big Show, brought to you, fellas, by Night and Day.
How good.
How good.
The thing I love about Night and Day is that with 50 stores nationwide,
Yes.
it's never far away.
Oh, totally,
You see what
mate.
I'm saying?
Well, the thing I love is that you get barista-made coffee just the way you like it, Jase.
From
From
$4.50, which is good because, you know, we're tight asses. We've often complained about the price
Totally,
of coffee.
mate.
So $4.50, that sounds about right to me.
And the fact that it's, open at all hours as well often,
Night and day.
Night and day. It's
'Cause
so convenient.
Originally when they started out, it was only night.
Oh,
and then
really?
they found that just wasn't working. And then
Yeah.
they went just day. And then they thought, holy helmet, if we go night
and day. Yeah,
how good are we
great
going to go?
stuff.
And it turns out pretty bloody good.
Speaking
So
of
good.
pretty bloody good, how are you rogue stallion?
Oh, pretty good. Thanks.
Sensational.
No,
If you asked me
Mogi.
that question yesterday, probably not as flash. I
Yes.
went to the Warriors game. I celebrated the victory until the wee small hours, and I was a shambles of a human yesterday. I had an absolute ball out there, and just pumped about the journey, and looking forward to the game this weekend.
Yeah, good on you, massive backbone. Keyzie, you mad bastard. How's life, mate? Because you were a bit ropey on Friday yourself.
I was incredibly ropey. For anyone that was listening, I apologise for my voice.
Well, it wasn't really your voice. It was
content.
more your nostrils.
What about them?
Why, they just sounded a bit congested.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
you guys
yeah,
know how it is.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
the drill.
yeah. Yeah.
I gave my all Thursday night for the show. For everyone here at Hodaki for Night and Day, for Heartland Chips, the whole lot. And I was a bit worse for wear on Friday, but we
You
got
came
through
right
it.
over
Yeah.
the weekend. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Hey, and today, an auspicious day. The non-smoking starts. We're going to get into that next in the big poll. Heaps going on in the show, so stay tuned. In the meantime, kick off with a bit of Oasis.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oasis there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon, 8 minutes past 4 o'clock. Great to have your company if you're just joining us. Text us, by the way, on 3483. Tell us how your weekend went. But right now it's time for...
The Big Poll.
Yes, and as I mentioned at the top of the show there, Mogi and I, we've started our non-smoking journey, Mogi.
Again.
And so today's big poll, a very simple one. Who will crack first, giving up the darts, Jase or Mogi?
It's a very negative spin on it, can I just say?
I must say,
yeah.
It's really
I think
negative.
it's Pug's idea, actually.
Can I vote for no one?
Yeah, you can vote for that.
Look,
Yeah.
I'll be really upfront with you guys right now and say I think the people are overwhelmingly going to vote for me to crack first.
Well,
So I'm going to say 80-20, Woody J.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go higher than that.
Yeah, well, you're going to go 90-10.
Let's say
Yeah.
it's 90-10. I'm feeling good about it, but the trick for me is I just have to give up drinking.
Right, okay, yeah.
And then if I can build some time in where I'm not drinking, then it means I won't be smoking, and then I can gradually bring the drinking back.
Yes.
That'll be the trick for me.
Right.
For
But,
me...
I'm not going to go vaping because I think vaping's worse than smoking.
No, well, I've got the Nicorette. I've got the gum, so I'm loaded up with that.
Can I propose something?
Yeah, go for it.
It'll probably work
It
for...
better be good, Keyzie.
Jeez. What is it, one day you've been off them?
Yeah.
First day.
Kind of. My first day.
One thing that I think would work for you, Mogi, is if you make some sort of cash bet with us,
Yeah.
because you haven't eaten a snack in the studio. Wow, there's a couple of times there it was a bit iffy, but by and large, you haven't eaten a snack in the studio or in the office all year.
No, that's right.
It's worked a treat, and we're currently overwhelmed by chippies.
That's
Yeah,
right.
And he
yeah.
hasn't had a single one.
That's true.
So that could work for you.
I'm pretty pig-headed. Is that the thing is going to be when I get around the beers.
Yeah. That is a
And
toughie.
what I've got to do is just find my reason. I think my reason is just going, look, I'd quite like to be around for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a kid. You need a reason to stick around, and that would be a real shame just for a few durries, you know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
feel like I've had my fun. I have had my fun with cigarettes.
Look, I've had enough durries to last me a lifetime, let's
Sure.
be honest. I've had thousands and thousands. Also, you've got to factor in there, mate, the cost.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
I mean, it's such a waste of money.
It is.
A horrendous waste of
Although
money.
at the same time, it is cool.
Oh, I mean, it is cool,
Well,
and
it's
I
not
love
super
it.
cool.
You know, and it's like a time out for Hoity J. It's my
There's a reason why you
space.
do it, man.
Yeah, totally. It's to
But-
get away from the family, to get
Oh.
away from people that annoy me.
It's a little mini holiday, brother.
But also on this front, we want the people that are listening to the show to get involved as well.
Yes.
Join us on this journey of non-smoking. Text us 3483 if you want to do that and tell us your story, or give us a call on 0800 Hodaki.
Now, I do understand it'll be difficult for people. Oftentimes you need to say, oh, well, I'll give up, but I need a couple of days, or end of this packet, or whatever it might
Yes,
be.
yes.
We're going to be doing this for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So whenever you
Are
choose
we?
to join us, feel free to join us, and we'll be giving updates. It's not going to be easy all the way, but I think we did this a couple of years ago, Jason. We lasted for a year and a half, 2 years.
You guys,
Yeah, we did.
waste
We
it.
did
So
bloody
I can
well.
absolutely do it again, only this time without vapes.
Just on that front, by the way, later on in the show, we're going to get some professionals
We
in
are.
to have a little chat to us about giving up the darts.
That's
yes,
right.
Keyzie?
I've also been informed that they're going to bring a little machine with them to tell us how much carbon monoxide you've got inside your lungs currently.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll be able to do that first and then have a yarn to them. So
Good.
Great stuff. So head to the Instagram and vote, why don't you? In the meantime, here's a bit of REM.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, REM there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon, 16 minutes past 4 o'clock. The big poll today, who will crack first giving up the darts, Jase or Mogi? And we're chucking in another option there, neither of us.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good, very good.
give the fella some credit.
I find it amazing, Mogi, when I give up the darts, how my brain works.
Right.
And what I've found is that if I can just distract myself for literally 10 seconds,
Yeah.
then I can get through it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because my brain goes like that at 100 miles an hour anyway, I just need to divert my attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you could get massively into your social media and scrolling on TikTok.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Did you make a big sort of festival of your last cigarette? A big deal of it, or did you just smoke it and
Well,
then go to
no, as
sleep?
I say, it was the wee small hours of Sunday morning after the Warriors had a victory. I do remember it clearly, but I was actually hoping I'd be all right the next day to have another one, but the hangover,
It was too harsh.
there was no smoking
Oh, you
happening
see,
yesterday.
but that's a durry on a hangover.
No,
Beautiful.
no way.
We got Hamish on the line. Hamish, you mad bastard. How's life?
Oh, g'day, Hoy, mate. Yeah, I've met you before once at the No Seat to Breakfast.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was a massage guy, mate. I had a massage table run.
Oh, that's right.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. So what's your story, Hamish? Are you wanting to give up the darts?
Good to talk about it. Good to talk about it. I'm not here for a prize. I'm not here for money. I'm just here to have a chat. It's hard, mate. I've got a kid, and, I'm in the 40s. I just need to give up, mate. It's tough.
Yeah, good.
Good on you,
Other
Hamish.
stuff.
Well, you should join the cause with these fellas then, Hamish, mate. Make today your last day and rip in.
All right, Hamish?
He's not sure about that.
Yeah, it's okay.
But those are exactly my reasons as well. You're in your 40s, you've had a good blast, you've got a kid now, it's like, yeah, I know.
And that's true. It's not like I haven't had enough darts in my life, Mogi, to be fair. Matt, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, not bad. And yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks, Matt. What's your story, mate?
Been smoking for about 30 years, and I think it's about time to give up, mate.
Good on you, boy.
you
Good
massive
on you, mate.
backbone.
Huge backbone.
And can I ask, if it's not too personal, Matt, how many durries you getting through in a day?
Well, 15, 20.
Oh,
Whoa.
backbone!
Hang on.
You're
Sorry,
that's
that's
not
that was a
just
reaction.
instinct.
That was instinct.
Giving
yeah.
up is the
Instinct.
backbone. Yeah, okay.
So you're a kind of Hoity J type smoker. And the other thing too, Matt, you got to remember, mate, you're spending a fortune on these things that are killing us.
We are paying to die, mate.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Well, Matt, we'd love you to join the bandwagon, mate. You going to jump on board with us?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, good on you,
Just text us every day. Let us know how you're doing, all
Actually,
right?
you know what? If Matt's going to jump on board, let's send him a backbone T-shirt or something just to, remind
No,
him.
that's a
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
idea.
bloody
If he's
good
ever
idea.
feeling low on willpower. A lot of texts coming in through on 3483 as well, guys. It's such a shame you won't be able to do your party trick of smoking while you're in the shower. It's a nose joke, just FYI. I just lost my vape, was needing a good reason to quit, so I'm going to join you, fellas.
Yes.
Someone here actually quit but didn't tell anyone because he didn't want people to hassle him.
Yes,
and it worked.
Yeah,
16
actually,
years.
I had a mate that quit, but he always had a packet of durries.
Yeah, I had a mate that did that. And he actually wrapped
Wasn't Tony, was it?
No, it wasn't Toby. It was my old mate Raz, and what he did was he wrapped it up in duct tape. I swear to God,
Break
he took
only
it
in
around.
emergencies.
It actually quit. I don't know how that worked, but then eventually, of course, he ripped it open and ripped in.
He got there. We'll keep those texts coming on 3483. Everyone that's keen to join in the cause. However, everyone that is keen for not only a horrifying experience at the theatre and $100 cash.
Yes.
Saw 10 is coming out, aka Saw X. If you would like to win not only a double pass but $100 cash for that, give us a call now on 0800 Hodaki. However, we want to know of a story, something that your ex did to you that made you sore, Jase.
Or maybe that you did to your ex that made her or him sore.
As in,
What-
not
or-
sore physically, as in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you get the idea. Jesus.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Jigsaw is back in Saw X. Hello, everyone. And this time, it's his most personal game. It's time to play a game. Saw X arrives on the big screen September 28th.
How good, fellas. Hey, this is your chance to win a double pass and $100 cash if you want to tell us a story about an ex, maybe.
That's right. Basically, any time that your ex offended you in some way that made you emotionally sore.
Thank you.
Or vice versa. And I've also been told that we're doing this every day this week. So if you'd like a double pass and that $100, plenty of chances. All you have to do is call us on 0800 Hodaki when we ask you to.
G'day, Jane. How's life?
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's good, Jane. Tell us about your ex, Jane. Go on.
I heard that he was hooking up with someone else, so I drove around looking for them, and I found them both in his car.
Oh, no. Well, I tell you what, Jane, you've definitely earned $100 in those tickets, mate.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Actually, just before you go, Jane, just quickly, what do you do for a crust?
I'm a mentor.
Oh, backbone! Massive backbone.
And what kind of car was it, Jane?
Well, it was actually her car.
Right, okay.
Probably a
It
teeter.
was a heap of shit.
Yeah, get in there. Suck your blood in. Good on you, mates. Get
Good
some
stuff,
revenge.
Jane.
Stay on the line and Pugs will take care of you. It's funny, with all my exes, Mogi, we're great mates.
Really?
Yeah, no.
sure.
You know,
sure?
all of my exes still really love me.
How many exes have you had?
Oh, 4 or 5 probably. What about yourself?
Me?
Yeah. You still get on, you're still mates, you can still chat?
I think you've got a responsibility to completely shut that down. Moving
Oh,
forward.
right,
Yeah.
okay,
You don't go having yarns with your exes and that. I don't quite get that.
Well, it depends. Case to case, it's different, I think.
Well, for example, like your wife has got a really great relationship with one of her exes,
That
and
is
he's
100% true.
always turning up at all your parties and all that sort of thing. And I think it's a bit weird.
That's true,
Because
actually.
you were saying,
What's that?
You were saying off air the other day, Keyzie, that you'd got in contact with one of your exes on the old messenger there. She just said hello. Which is fine. I'm not saying there's anything untoward about it, but
it's
you've been
fine.
having quite
Well,
the
hang on,
conversation.
You've made it sound worse than it was. So basically, I was on Facebook. I saw some photos of her, and I was like, "Oh, I should see what she's up to." And so I messaged her, direct message, just saying up to.
4 a.m.
Yeah, it was 4 a.m.
Yeah.
But it was fine. It's more like, are you all goods? You know,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So good. Hey, excited for that movie, fellas. It's a return to the origins of Saw X. It's in cinema 28th of September. Should we go together?
Hey, well, that's my birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
We can all go as a team. Hey, and then Mogi can take us out for our curry.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be awesome,
Oh,
Keyzie.
so good, Mogi. Can't wait.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Smashing Pumpkins here on the radio. Hodaki Big Show brought to you by Night and Day, fellas.
So good.
Hey, now, massive sporting weekend it was, but right now it's time for...
Time to chat footy with me, Keyzie. What are the Warriors up to?
Oh, yeah, how good, eh, fellas? How
fellas, how good, eh?
How good, eh?
good.
Massive
how good,
game.
fellas.
How good, seriously, though.
Yeah, so good.
So, I'm going to be completely honest right now. After watching the Warriors lose to the Dolphins, after resting a few players, and then getting absolutely shellacked by the Panthers, I wasn't confident about the side. I thought they'd run out of steam. The game on the weekend has completely flipped that on its head. They are hissing, ready to go. Mogi was there in person.
I was.
It was one of the most exciting games I've watched on TV. And all I can say is I've gone from a sort of 90-10 chance of the Broncos beating the Warriors. That's more like a 60-40 now. The Broncos are still very good, but I'm giving the Warriors a damn good shot at it.
I kind of felt like they'd gone off the steam a little bit. You know what I mean?
I just said
and against the Dolphins, there was a lot of young players getting an opportunity there.
Literally just.
And then against the Panthers getting absolutely spanked. And I think maybe in hindsight, Mogi, that was probably a good thing because it showed the players what was needed to be done to compete at that level.
That's what Mike said earlier off
Yeah, sure. I mean, look, I think if they're coming good at that time, they're just going to have the confidence. I know it doesn't matter. Like, I had a ball at the game. It's been a hell of a year. If that's as far as it goes, then great, but I think they can go further. And, it just makes me stoked that you sort of stick with them over all these years. Is that right, Jase?
Yeah, totally, mate.
Yeah, true.
I mean, all those years of hardship, all the mocking I got for being a staunch Warriors fan.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm laughing back now, fellas.
So funny. Actually, speaking of laughing, here's some audio of you on the first ever episode of The Big Show. Just have a listen to this, Jase.
I'm hoping I'll make it through till 7. If I get a little bit sleepy, just wake me up.
Well, mate, the reality is it's going to take us time to get match fit, to learn the Willie ways, to learn the little skip passes, to sort of get our
drones wrap around.
To get our... Well, I won't have any Warriors chat on the show. I'll just establish that right now.
Oh, no, well, I love the Warriors.
So that was a clip of the first ever Big Show, Jase, saying
that
no
was a
Warriors chat.
Classic Hoodie J gag.
Was
there.
it?
Yeah.
It sounded pretty serious to me.
But yeah, no, look, they're going great guns. And seriously,
don't just carry on.
I honestly believe, because, I was looking at them playing the Broncos, I was going maybe 90-10.
Yeah, I just said that.
I'm going... I'm almost going 50-50.
No, it's just silly. Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and of course, the Panthers v the Storm. What are we thinking is going on there, fellas?
Panthers will win.
Panthers will thrash them. Jase, if we make it to the grand final, are you going? Because you're such a huge fan.
Try and stop me, Mogi.
Okay, sure. All right, then I look forward to it.
Can I just say one quick thing about the Warriors and the Broncos this Saturday? I'll be commentating it along with Di, which is bloody exciting. But also, the Broncos have been building towards this for a few years now. They started with a young core. They've developed them. The Warriors have just flipped it all around in a year. Mm-hmm. So what the Warriors have managed to achieve just to get to this point is bloody exciting. Yeah. And with that in mind,
I don't want to, because it sounds like you're already making excuses, Keyzie.
I'm not.
I back these boys.
Do you?
Yeah, totally. They turned it around in a year, man.
That's what I just. What about the Yummy Boys?
Keyzie's Yummy Boy of the Week.
Yummy.
Two Yummy Boys this week. Both of them are boys I'd circled as sort of problem areas for the Warriors. After the game on the weekend, Adam Pompey and Rocco Berry are two centres.
Yeah. Yes.
They've stepped up and they are now not like sort of areas of slight weakness for the Warriors. They are playing at a top level.
How good was Berry's try closer to the line there, Mogi?
Yeah, it was pretty good, wasn't it?
Just twisting it. It was the strength that impressed me about that.
Yeah, totally, Jase. Do you want to play that audio again, or
what audio?
Of you saying you'll never chat about the Warriors on this show?
Not unless it's praise.
Hey, another chance to win that grand final prize after 5, by the way.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Yeah, welcome back, you mad bastards. Plenty going on between the 5 and 6 hour, including your chance to get in the NRL Grand Final draw, which, geez, boys, I mean, you're right, Mogi. If we do get there, we've got to be there, surely.
Who, the Warriors?
Yeah.
You
know what I mean? As a team. Pugs as well.
Oh, the Big Show.
The Big Show over for the NRL Grand Final. Surely someone listening out there can do that for us.
I think I hope I've put away these concerns that I'm a bad talisman for the team as a result of going to Penrith last time. I was there on the weekend and we smashed them.
You did.
So not bad.
Maybe you're a good
talisman. Go to the grand final. Yeah, maybe I'm a good one. Or maybe it goes good, bad, good, bad.
Do you want to know the weird thing? The Warriors have never lost when I've been to a match.
But that's not true.
They've also never won when you've been to a match.
They have never lost.
What about when you went
I have been to a match?
When you went as that wombat?
Well,
when you were the mascot.
Doesn't count though.
But you were there
just as a passionate fan.
Right.
Hey, also coming up after 5 o'clock, as you know, Mogi and I are giving up the durries.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of people coming in from Counties Monaco Smoke Free NZ.
That's right. They're going to come and give you guys some tips, and for anyone else out there listening who wants to do the same thing. Also, we'll be testing the carbon monoxide levels of all of our lungs.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see if I've got any effect from, secondhand smoke and the likes.
Oh, yeah.
And as Jase mentioned, another chance to get in the draw for that grand final prize. Listen out for the siren and then get ready to call 0800 Hodaki.
Beautiful.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you mad bastards. Hope your Monday's going along tickety-boo and you're getting through. The time is 5:02. If you missed the big poll today, the big poll was, who will crack first giving up the darts, Jase or Mogi, or neither?
Yeah.
And I said 80% are going to say that I'll crack first, and you said 90%.
Well,
said
that
I'll
was
crack
before we
first.
had the third option.
That's
so I
true.
think it's going to drop off a bit now.
Yeah. So actually, Jase, what do you want to lock in now? I'm not giving you time to get your phone out and look at it.
I still think it's going to be high for Hoity Jane.
Right.
A 70,
Yeah.
maybe.
70%
Yeah, I'll go
Hoity.
60, Hoity.
Okay, all right. And don't forget you can vote on the Hodaki Big Show Instagram poll. And also coming up later in the show, a carbon monoxide test of all of our lungs going into it, considering it's day one. And also, just after 5:30, a couple of representatives from Smoke-Free Aotearoa County's Manukau district, which is the most successful district, actually, in terms of giving up smoking.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
Highest turnover of people. So,
I didn't know that, actually.
Well, there you go.
Hey, and if you do want to join us, jump on board, text us 3483, tell us how you're going and how you're getting on, because we all need to support each other in this stuff,
And
man.
we'll be doing updates as we go along as well. Few chats. It's going to be an up and down battle, I imagine.
Yeah, very up and down, mate. In the meantime, let's kick off with a bit of up. Foo Fighters.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, Foo Fighters there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon, 7 minutes past 5 o'clock. I meant to ask Keyzie whether or not things improved between you and your lovely wife over the weekend, because you were telling us about the fact that on the Thursday night you took ages to leave the pub and she was going nuts waiting
Well,
for
she
you.
wasn't going nuts. She was
and
just
you
getting
were,
grumpy.
you were getting more and more steamed, and she was like, Keyzie, can we just go? And then...
Well, she doesn't call me Keyzie, but yeah.
On the Friday morning, you said you woke up at about 1 in the morning and dropped an entire glass.
Well, it's 3 in the morning.
all over your leg.
All over the leg.
And then got up and went and
In
got
the
a
bed.
cold Burger King burger out of the
out of the
freezer.
thing. And then, because your wife had put the burger in the fridge, you had a massive tantrum and smashed it across the wall.
Well, it's pretty hard to smash a burger, but yeah, that's pretty much what happened. On the Friday, she was okay.
Right, okay, because you were very much persona non grata.
You were.
And
Sorry, what?
And I was
What does that
thinking,
mean?
What does what mean?
What the hell does persona non grata mean? This is what I'm talking about you using fancy words where you don't... Like, what does that mean?
Look at his confused little face.
Yeah, well, I
that's
don't speak
confused, little
Latin.
face. Have
Right.
you never heard the phrase persona non grata before?
No. See, what
You
I did
have
there
though,
was
haven't you?
I used a simple two-letter word, no, which everyone knows.
Are you a bit of a durbrain, Keyzie?
No.
But you have heard that before, you just haven't bothered to find out what it means.
meant.
What,
you
persona?
must have heard of persona non grata.
So, persona, person, non, I'm guessing no, grata, gracious,
Well, it's something that you'd be very familiar with.
a non-gracious person.
No, it's not a non-gracious person, no.
What is it?
It essentially means an unwanted person. So I was thinking that your wife would be very much persona non grata with you. With
Who,
all the
my wife?
Your wife,
Yeah.
because of all the carry-on.
Right, so what you were asking is, was my wife annoyed with me over the weekend and didn't want me to be around? Is that what you're
No,
asking?
he was telling you. He said, I imagine you were very much persona non grata.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't asking you.
And to that I'd say, si, senor.
Yeah, good.
You know what I
That's
mean?
quite good.
well, you're using another language,
Yeah, well,
expanding
that's
your
what you're
horizons.
doing. Latin and
Keyzie.
that. Well, I was persona non grata then over the weekend, and we got home on Sunday, and things sort of patched themselves up a bit.
And then you said you had another tanty because the bus was late coming around, and
Well, that was a whole different thing at the airport there. Yeah, so you know the park and ride where you hop on a bus and then the bus will take you to your car park?
Yes.
I was coming out with all our suitcases and I'd had a guts full and I was tired and I was persona non grata.
With yourself.
With
myself.
yourself.
Yeah.
And I was like carpe diem and all that other sort of stuff.
ad infinitum.
Ad infinitum as well.
Yeah.
And then the bus driver saw me waving and drove off anyway.
Well, because you were persona non grata.
Is that
Probably
what it was?
because you had that filthy look on your face.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like, there he is. Old Keyzie.
Is that what he said? With his luggage, persona non grata. God, just use regular words, fellas, is all I'm saying, all right?
Pretty regular, Keyzie.
Yeah.
You just need to expand your horizons,
As
my friend.
is Durbrain.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't go from Durbrain to persona non grata.
The The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, talking heads here on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 14 minutes past 5 o'clock, and it's discussed Mogi and I giving up the darts again.
Yep.
And we've had the people from Smoke Free NZ come in, County's Monaco branch, I believe.
That's right.
And we've just done a test measuring the carbon monoxide in our lungs, Mogi.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've never heard of this before. It's sort of like a, if you get pulled over by the cops because you're weaving a bit, it's like a drink driving test thing.
Sure.
You just blow into it and then it pops up with a number that then corresponds to a number on a chart that then tells you how much of a backbone you are.
Totally.
Well, not how much of a backbone you aren't.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So it was actually quite a hard thing to do as well. You had to hold your breath.
You got a bit wheezy, didn't you, Keyzie?
Yeah, I did, Jase. Yeah. I actually asked them, I said, look, I've got a history of asthma. And they said, don't worry, we've got a nebulizer on standby.
Good. Yeah, I worried about that.
You breathe in, you hold it for 10 seconds, and you breathe out for ages, like you're blowing up a balloon, and then eventually the number pops up.
Yeah.
I did it just out of interest. I said, I don't smoke at all.
It's a control.
Yeah.
Really?
I said, I don't smoke at all. And then they were like, oh, it doesn't have to just be cigarettes if you smoke anything. And I was like, nah, it'll be sweet.
Yeah.
I blew it, and on the chart, I asked, can you get a 0? They said, it's impossible to get a 0. I blew a 0.
Did you?
Yeah, which was really interesting. They're like, oh, we've never seen a 0 before. That's really interesting.
Another 0.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's broken down, this chart is broken down into green, amber and red.
Yes.
I scored a 1.59. Is that what it says there, Keyzie, on number 6?
1.59, so you blew a 6. That's right. So so let's picture the amount of oxygen in your lungs, 1.59% of that is carbon monoxide.
That's right. And what does it go up to? What's the number right at the top in the red?
At the top, you can blow as 30 with a percentage of 5.43.
Right, so between a 0 and a 30, or a 1 and a 30. So that's pretty, I'm happy with that. I thought that would be considerably worse.
Yeah. Well, mine was.
Yeah, go on.
Off the chart.
Off the chart.
Off the chart.
Really?
It was literally off the charts.
Right.
51 or something.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
And what's
55 was it?
And what is that? What's the number? What's the highest number available there?
Well,
30, I think.
The 30 is as high as the chart
Yeah, but what's
goes
the number next to the 30?
5.43%.
5.43.
So it'd be around about 10% maybe, but the chart doesn't, it's not, you can't just double it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just wondering. So it must be 5.5 as opposed to 55. There's no way that 50% of the air that you're expelling is carbon monoxide. That's not possible. So it'd be a 55.
Right.
5.5.
Right, okay.
But still off the charts.
No, it was 55. Yeah.
No, Jase, so you got the number 55, which corresponds, and if I do the maths here, by adding 27 together, it's about 8%.
Right, okay. But I was smashing them hard over the weekend.
Yeah, right.
In preparation.
But this will be interesting, though, right? Because if we get them to come back in like a month's time, you can see the difference.
Yeah, well, what actually actually happens generally is that after a couple of days, all that carbon monoxide gets out of the system after a couple of days. It might take me 3 or 4.
Sure.
But I will get there eventually.
And I think the other thing we should do is what we did last time, which is we got a hold of that app. And that would tell you how many darts you hadn't smoked over a course of, and how many you hadn't smoked, how much money you'd saved.
That's right.
The health of your body as time progressed.
Yeah.
And so that was quite good because it meant that you didn't want to bugger that up.
Do you remember the name of that app?
I think I've still got it on my phone.
We'll have a yarn about it tomorrow, if not today.
Yeah, good
so
stuff.
join the party, New Zealand.
Do it.
In the meantime, here's a bit of David Bowie for you.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast. Radio Hodaki presents You and a Mate to the NRL Grand Final.
Hell of a prize, that. Hell of a prize. Hayley from Auckland, how's life?
Hello.
Hi, Hayley. How you going?
I'm good, thanks. Auckland is going pretty well. What about you?
Yeah, good, thanks, Hayley. Good. You love your rugby league?
Oh, yes. I'm on the bandwagon.
Hey, good on you.
Good.
Plenty of room.
What do you do for a crust, Hayley?
I am in sales support.
Hey, Hayley, quickly, if you win, who would you take with you?
Well, I would say my husband. However, he already has tickets.
Right, okay.
What?
So maybe just a mate.
Yeah, good on you.
So what you're doing
Hayley.
is trying to crash his party. I like it, Hayley. You're in the draw, mate.
Stay on the line there. And Pugs will sort you out, all right?
Thank you.
No worries. Phil, you mad bastard. How's life?
Hey, how do?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. What do you do for a crust, Phil?
Roofer.
Backbone! Yeah, that's backbone.
Massive backbone work. Obviously, you're a Wars fan.
Up the wires, mate. Up the wires.
Good stuff.
good on you,
and
Phil.
Who would you take, Phil, if you were to win this amazing prize?
I'll take the fine young thing I've got a couple of kids with, I think.
Oh, that's a good
sweet.
idea, Phil.
Good on you, mate.
Hey,
The
quick
ex-wife.
question for me, Phil. What's your favourite type of roof?
Long run corrugate every day.
Same here.
Backbone answer. Stay on the line there, Phil, and Pugs will take care of you. Chris, you mad bastard. How's life?
Oh, bloody good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah,
boy.
good, thanks.
Good,
How's
Chris.
Napier today?
Oh, fantastic. Sunny in the bay. A little bit windy, but going well.
Beautiful, mate. And what do you do for a crust, Chris?
I work for a pet food company.
Oh, Backbone! Obviously a Wars fan, Chris.
Up the wires!
Yeah, good stuff. Well, I tell you what, mate, you're also in the draw, so stay on the line, all right?
Beautiful.
Good on you,
Good on
mate.
you, mate.
3 happy punters out there,
Yeah.
fellas.
Yeah, got to say, a few backbones. It's a massive prize too. The phone lines have been lighting up since we've been running this whole thing, and the Warriors winning on the weekend certainly helps. It is a massive weekend in Sydney for you and a mate. It is free flights, 3 nights accommodation, corporate hospitality, tickets to the Randwick races on the Saturday, and then the next day you'll be nice and hungover from drinking responsibly. You'll hop on a 2-hour Sydney Harbour cruise to the stadium and silver match tickets for the big dance.
And $1 million.
Jase, stop saying that.
Cash.
Plenty more chances to win. We'll be drawing this Friday afternoon here on the big show. Make sure you call through all week when you hear that siren. And fellas, coming up next, a couple of representatives from Smoke-Free Aotearoa County's Manukau.
Beautiful.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. Kings of Leon there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. And because Mogi and I have given up the darts, and I'm telling you, Mogi, I'm struggling already.
Yeah.
I'm feeling angsty, toey.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I could explode at any moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm on that sort of precarious line.
I'll look after you, Jase.
Yeah, just back off, all right, Keyzie? With that in mind, we've got some professionals. We've got Jasmine and Rachel from Counties Manukau Smoke-Free NZ. Welcome to the big show. How are you going?
Kia ora, everyone. We're doing great.
Yeah, doing good. Thank you for having us.
You guys smokers?
No, never smoked in
Probably
my
wouldn't
life.
be a good look if this, if that was your job working for Smoke-Free, if you're, banging on the darts. Is that, I was talking about the fact that I'm feeling a bit angsty, a bit sort of toey. That's quite normal, I imagine, when you're giving up the durries for a while?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of withdrawal symptoms that come with quitting.
Yes.
It's not an easy journey. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have a job if it was easy. So, yeah, there's a lot of withdrawal symptoms and it can be really hard, but it doesn't last forever. So, that can...
How are you feeling, Mogi? You seem pretty calm.
I'm good as gold.
Yeah,
this is day 2 for me, and this is what I do every time I give up smoking. I give up smoking a lot. What I do is I have a few beers responsibly on the weekend and smoke a lot of cigarettes so that when I sort of get over my hangover from drinking responsibly, I think to myself, I never want to smoke again.
Yeah.
So I find it really easy. So this is day 2 for me. It's an absolute breeze. I think it'll continue to be easy, but there's certain things that'll set me off.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any sort of, when people are thinking of giving up for the first time, do you have suggestions as to how to go about it? Do you sort of wean yourself off? Or you just
Cold turkey?
Or do you go hard cold turkey?
I guess it's different for everyone, but I think the most important thing is making sure that you're ready yourself to quit smoking.
Maybe I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Needs to be the right time for
Right.
you.
So how does one make sure that they are ready?
I think everyone's quit journey is very different, but like you said, you've tried to quit a lot of times.
Oh, I have.
Yeah. Relapse is really common, and I think when you're feeling in the right place and you might not have a lot of other things going on, any other, family issues or things like that, make sure you're in a good headspace and know that you can commit to it for yourself.
Is that because if you fail, then that is not a good thing? You're better off just waiting till the right time and trying to be successful, or you're better off trying and failing repeatedly, like me?
It could take a couple times for you to feel like you're ready. Like people take like a few times before they're ready to finally quit. So it works differently for different people.
Yeah.
Some people get it the first time. Some people it takes 10 times.
Well, because Mogi and I did pretty well the last time. How did we go? We
Couple of years, man.
Yeah, a year and a
Couple of
half
years.
sort of
It's pretty
thing.
good.
So it's kind of a tragedy that we got back on it. Do you have drugs and stuff that you can give us? That'll help us wean off the nicotine?
Yeah, there's
Like
a lot
chewing
of
tobacco?
Yeah, you've got chewing
I've got
baccy?
chewing gum.
Yes.
There are
I've
a
got
lot of
that.
it's not nice, is it?
No. Oh, I actually quite like
You
it,
don't mind
actually.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about? I mean, do you recommend vaping, for example, as a way of weaning yourself off the durries?
Well, vaping is definitely a harm reduction tool that we use for people who are quitting smoking. We want to put out there, though, that it's not for people who haven't smoked before. It's great for people. Good for people who are quitting smoking.
Yes.
Much safer relative to a cigarette.
Right, so people that don't smoke and want that nicotine, vaping can still be harmful for them though, right? Or is there still research being done on this? Because everyone I know vapes, you know?
Yeah. I think there's definitely not a lot of long-term research about the, the long-term effects of it, and we would never recommend vaping for someone who's never smoked a cigarette.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing we want in your lungs really is clean, fresh air. So
Good stuff.
Well, look, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go to a tune here. We'll get back to you after a bit of Portugal the Man, eh? What do we think?
Right. The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back, you mad bastards. Now, we've got Jasmine and Rachel from Counties Manukau Smoke Free NZ. So what sort of tools do you guys have to help people give up the durries?
There are lots of different things. The most common things people have heard about are things like nicotine patches,
Yes.
gum, lozenges.
I was going through a period where I had about 4 or 5 of the bastards on. You know what I mean? And I was vaping
Chewing gum and you were
chewing
smoking
gum.
that.
I mean, I was getting as much nicotine into the system as possible. But how popular? I found the patches a bit itchy. Do you find that quite common for people?
It's definitely expected. Like, get a little bit of like your skin raise a bit, but if you break out on a rash, that's what we don't want. But just a little bit of itchiness is.
If that does happen quite often, we really recommend people to put it on a new spot every day. It can give your skin a bit of a break. So it is common, but you're not allergic to nicotine, is what lots of people like to tell us.
Yes. What about marijuana? Could that help?
It could potentially help with the behavioural side of things.
Right.
But
I mean, I'm not saying that you guys are condoning that. I'm just saying, if I was to have the odd, bit of basil or
What about the glass Barbie?
maybe a bit far out of our scope.
Yeah. We're just trying to think outside the square. Because I mean, as you've mentioned, it's not easy giving up the durries, because we also want people to get in touch with us who listen to this show and come on this journey with us. So how do people get in contact with you guys?
There's lots of ways you can contact us. The easiest is probably texting now to 590. That's an easy way to get in touch with us.
So now to 590.
Yeah. If you're based anywhere else in the country, though, you can just jump on smokefree.org.nz.
Right.
There's a local service in every region. They're all free, and they provide all the products that you might want to try, or all of the behavioural support as well.
Right. Because I think a big thing is the behaviour, right? So I know for Jase, he crawls out of bed straight into a coffee and a dart. That's him.
Yeah,
but
totally.
for me, I pretty much don't smoke during the week unless I'm drinking alcohol. So that's a trigger for me. So to help me, I'll just stop drinking for the rest of the year, and then see how I go at Christmas. Will be a bit of a struggle.
Well, what about then? How is there a sort of way to tackle that? For example,
that's what I mean. Yeah. So
you want to split them off.
Are there things that you do to address the behaviour, or is it just you just got to white knuckle it?
It's a bit of both. I think it's being aware of your triggers, so that when you come close to Christmas time, say you're thinking, I'm not going to have a cigarette, doing these things instead. So when you're not smoking, you do have a lot more time on your hands to do other things. So it's about filling in that time with things you do enjoy as well.
And, just on a really silly level, I don't know what to do with my hands sometimes. You know what I mean? Because I always find for me the durries are kind of a time out. You know what I mean? From the stresses of the world. I go out on my deck and I have a durry. So it's obviously replacing that sort of routine with something else.
Carrot sticks.
I'm not doing carrot sticks. Yeah. And you talk about triggers. I mean, my family's a trigger. Is that going to be a problem for me?
I think it depends how much time you spend with your family.
well, quite a lot of time, yeah.
Yeah, I think we see that a lot. People are very triggered by stress and all this kind of thing. So if you can get people on board with you and let people know that you're sort of taking this journey yourself, it can be helpful to get that support.
What is the most common piece of advice you give out when someone gets in touch via the phone or on the website or whatever it might be, or by texting now to
590?
590. What's the most common piece of advice you would give out?
That it's hard to do it by yourself. I think we really encourage a combination of, using the nicotine products as well as getting some, tips and tricks from us around the behavioural side of things, and making sure that you're in the right space to quit.
What about pairing up, like by yourself, like these two are doing it together, and hopefully with listeners? Does that help as well?
No, for sure. Having that buddy support as well,
From recollection, actually, when I got in touch with Smoke Free the last time, there's groups that sort of are online and stuff like that you can join as well, isn't there?
Yep.
Yeah, great stuff. Hey, well, Jasmine and Rachel, thanks so much for coming in. It's been very helpful, and hopefully, if people are out there listening to the show, Mogi, and they want to give up, they'll get in touch with you fellas.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
Thanks,
having
mate.
us.
No worries.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Stone Roses to finish off the hour there. I tell you what, I'll be honest with you, Mogi, I'm a little anxious.
Oh, yeah?
I'm a little anxious about giving up the
Sure.
durries. You know what I mean? Particularly in the stressful situations.
Right.
But if you're ever stressed with the Big Show situation, you can just like hold my hand really tight or anything like that. You know what I mean? Anything that'll sort of help you get through situations.
No, you see, that's already stressing me out, Keyzie.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, anything I can do, like a massage. Would a massage help?
Oh,
That's
no.
good, yeah.
But don't know.
Right.
I mean, I'm happy for my wife to give me a massage. I don't know if I want you to give me one. What sort of oil are you using?
Oh, I thought you were going to give me one. Because I know you like giving out massages, and maybe that relaxes you.
Well, you guys can talk about this off air, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
But I've just having a look at the app that I had back in the day. I've re-downloaded it. At some point, I've deleted it for some reason. I'm not sure why that happened.
Yes.
And it's got me at 2 years, 1 month and 30 days as smoke-free. Not 100% correct.
Yes.
But it's only been the last... How long's it been since I started again?
Like 4 months or something?
Yeah, a little bit longer maybe. There or thereabouts. But according to this, I've saved 12 grand.
What, in that 2 years? Wow.
In that 2 years. Not smoked 6,335 cigarettes.
I just went into my app and did the same thing. It's actually quite shocking when you get the numbers like that.
The thing that always shocks me the most is the quantity of cigarettes.
Yes.
That figure there is horrendous.
Yes.
So I've regained 198 days of life, so I got an extra 6 months, which is pretty good. And the time not spent smoking, 22 days.
Far out. So what is the name of these apps, just so people can join in and do it? Because we'll be using them to update everyone on your progress, obviously.
My one is called Smoke Free, and then there's a hyphen. It says Stop Smoking Now, and it's a green heart shape.
Right, okay.
It is, and that's free, and there's no in-app purchases, which is probably why I got it.
Yeah, mine's called...
we've given Jase plenty of time.
Easy Quit. Easy Quit.
Right, is that EZ or EASY?
EASY.
Okay, Easy Quit. Right. So,
sweet. Now, it's quite good. They measure things like, reduce risk of heart rate, of heart disease. Heart rate, that would have been good. 100% back. Decreased risk of lung cancer was reduced by 21%, and decreased risk of heart attack 14%.
Yeah.
So that's in 2 years, so still a long way to go. Don't want a heart attack. Don't want lung cancer.
No, don't want any of those things. So join the party, join the bandwagon. Love to have you on board. Plenty coming up after 6 o'clock, including the results of the Big Show Big Poll and what's on the TV with Mike Minogue.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
You too there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday evening. And right now it's time for...
The Big Poll.
So good, fellas.
And the big poll today was very simple. Who will crack first giving up the darts? Jase or Mogi or neither?
Thank you.
So today is day one of you guys giving up the darts, which is very exciting. You can vote on the Hodaki Big Show Big Poll just up on our Instagram story there. I'm going to vote now. Right, got the official results. Jase, what was your prediction?
I think in the end I said 70 to... Well, maybe 70 to 15 to 25 or something.
that doesn't mathematically add up. And then Mogi, you said 60 for Jase.
Yeah, about 60 for Jase.
So you're correct. 59% for Jase.
Hey, here he is.
That's way lower than I thought I was going to get.
Where?
The next highest is neither with 29%.
Right, okay.
And then Mike, 12%.
Wow.
And
that doesn't add up either. Oh, it does.
No,
yes.
it does. Yeah, I was about to say,
59.
the interesting thing about that, Jase, is it all adds up to 100.
Yeah.
So that's usually how it works. Yeah.
Right, so the pressure's on me.
The pressure really is on you. But I believe in both of you. A lot of texts came in on 3483 throughout the show as well. Shout out to my mate Harry. He hasn't had a vape in about 20 days, convincing me to try and stop. I'm on day 4, craving the sweet nicotine. Want some advice on stopping the cravings? Go back, listen to the show. We had a couple of fantastic people from Smoke Free.
They were awesome.
Then we'll keep chipping away at that as the weeks progress.
That's right. Hey, don't refer to it as giving up. You're not giving up anything. It's just a healthier life and future if you don't keep smoking.
You know, that has got the nicest of intentions there, but I find it annoying.
Right.
It is giving up. It is giving up. I am quitting the darts. Is that what we're doing or what?
Well,
do you know
yes,
what I mean?
but
I get the positive intent,
Yeah,
but it's that
I
kind
see
of
where they're coming
that
from.
kind of hippie yarn stuff there. Makes me want to have a dart.
There's that book too that everyone recommends.
Alan Carr.
Alan Carr.
How to
That's
Stop
the
Smoking.
one.
You know what
Yes.
I'm going to do, man? I'm going to read that.
Yes.
I'm going to read it.
Good luck, lads. I read the Alan Carr book. Haven't
Hey.
touched a dart in 15 years.
Yeah, there's got to be something to it.
Also, this one here is suggesting having hypnotism, having a crack at hypnotism.
Jase has always wanted to be hypnotised.
Well, there you go. We'll tee that up for next week.
Not happening.
Massive backbone dropping the durries. Currently on day 26 myself. Keep up that awesome mahi.
Yeah.
And convince everyone that dropping the durries is the biggest backbone thing to do.
Hey, can I just say, I actually genuinely appreciate all the support that people are firing in on
pretty good.
3483. Good on you, man. I thought we might get a bit of jip.
There's also this one here. Smoke till you die.
Yeah, that's more what I was expecting, actually, to be honest.
Hey, fellas, you know what I'm expecting? To get fired up for what's on telly with Mogi.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. The Red Hot Chili Peppers there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. But right now it's time for What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue.
Yeah. Well, yesterday was spent on the couch.
Yes.
So good.
My wife had to work. My wife! And so my daughter and I just watched a lot of Pixar movies.
Yeah, nice.
Awesome.
Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3. Oh, what was the one in the morning there?
Toy Story 1.
Nah, she'd already seen that. I was a bit gutted about it, actually.
Right, okay.
There was another one, Zootopia.
Yep.
I haven't quite made our way through that one
Is
yet.
that the one
but
with the Detective Bunny?
That's right.
Yep.
But probably about five movies.
Yeah.
They're all good, though, right?
You got to
they're
love.
great.
You got to love days like that sometimes, where you just go, actually, world, go away. I'm
Yeah.
gonna, close up shop here and just watch movies and just hang out on the couch.
I do
and
wish
be a
I'd
sloth.
squeezed in at least one more little nap in there because I was feeling horrendous.
Right.
It's just, as you know, we're discussing before the show, Jase, but just one of those days where you just wait until the night comes and you can go to sleep.
Yeah, get it over and done with. Yeah. What did you watch, Keyzie?
I watched a few things, but I will tell you about my debacle trying to watch The Warriors.
Yeah.
So my wife booked a fancy spa pool thing for her dad for his birthday. Booked it in for 5:30 Saturday night about 2 months ago. Right? So it was on the same time as The Warriors pretty much. We're in Methven for it.
Yeah, sure.
So that's fine. We've recorded it. ACC version, regular version on one skybox, ACC and regular on another skybox because there's two lounges.
Yeah.
Just in case. We go to Methven, have a lovely dinner, go to the hot pool. All our phones are off, the radio's off, drive all the way back. Even driving past a pub which had the game on, we weren't allowed to look.
Yeah.
Get home and turn on the TV and it's still on Sky Sport 4.
Yeah.
And so I didn't see it, but my father-in-law saw the score after this massive debacle. I hadn't seen it. And then he's like, okay, you don't see it. Give me the remote. I'll fix it. And then as he's trying to change the channel and put on something else,
volume up.
he deletes the recordings.
Oh, nightmare.
And it was one of those situations where we just had to laugh. The recordings were deleted. They were still in the other room, which we didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
But then, luckily, it was like 8 o'clock on the dot, and there was a replay starting on what used to be Prime.
Right.
So we're like, stuff it, let's just watch that. It was 2 minutes in.
Oh,
it was a debacle.
Yes. That is such a
But he had pre-prepared a bag of cheese balls, which we ate
while
watching.
And I was a little bit worried that you're having a bit of spa pool action, because I know what you like in the spa pool. You get a bit handsy in the spa pool.
Yeah, with my in-laws, Jase. Yeah.
Hey, on your recommendation, Keyzie, I had to watch it. The Da Vinci Code.
Oh, wow.
So good, man.
Really?
Yeah, totally.
I didn't think you'd like it.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, how much of it did you watch, the whole thing?
7-8 minutes. That's how much I loved it. I mean, it's 3 hours long.
Yeah. A lot of twists and turns and things.
But I
thought you watched it on Thursday night.
No, it was the Da Vinci Load.
That was the Da Vinci Load.
Yeah.
And then I told him to watch the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
And then he didn't.
No, because I couldn't get it on the hotel, so I had to research it, Mogi.
Right.
So good.
If people out there haven't seen it, check it out. Da Vinci Code.
So good.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
The Offspring there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Monday evening. Hey, Keyzie,
Yeah?
what's this I'm hearing about a tattoo festival?
A what?
I don't know. I've not heard of it. Why? Where'd you hear that?
Oh, they were talking about it out in the office there, the big tattoo festival going
They
on.
said that you'd have the rundown and you'd be able to talk about it on
Talk-
air.
Oh, really?
Talk us through it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Well,
have you not?
They also said you were thinking of getting a tat
Oh,
of the
did
big
they?
show on your boobs.
I don't have boobs.
Wow.
On my ass, maybe. Jace, you've got the biggest moobs of anyone I've ever seen. So what I'm hearing is that it's the tattoo
Oh,
festival.
so you have
What?
heard this?
Yeah, I have heard
Oh,
about
right.
it. It's the
Oh,
New Zealand
yeah.
Tattoo and Art Festival. It was around last year and we were behind it as well. It happens down in New Plymouth at TSB Stadium, right? Jace?
Yes.
November 25th and 26th, right?
Yes.
It's Australasia's biggest tattoo event. Legendary artists from all around the world come along. We want to send you and a mate to this amazing event with free flights, a night at the Novotel, tickets, and $500 worth of vouchers to top up your ink.
Yeah.
So if you know someone that's got some sweet tats or wants some tats,
Say one of my daughters would be into this, actually.
yeah, well, there you go.
Definitely something she'd be keen on.
well, just tell her to head. Well, she won't be allowed to because she's your daughter. But head to hodaki.co.nz and enter there. Bloody
Sounds
ripper.
good, Monkey. I do actually recall it from last year now that I think
Yeah.
about it. Bloody good prize, that.
How about this little line here that they've written in?
Oh, yeah.
Roll up your sleeves and get your tats out.
Oh.
Because Hodaki is proud to present the New Zealand Tattoo and Art Festival.
That's really good.
That's good, eh?
Yeah.
Because I told you guys a little while back that I was intending on getting you guys tattooed on my body, eh?
Me and Mike.
Yeah.
That's right. I vaguely remember.
Like
I,
all three of us as Big Show or just separate profiles?
Well, separate. I'm going to get Mogi on my moob
Yeah.
and Keyzie on my ass cheek.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, if that's all right with you, I mean.
I mean, I'd prefer to be on... Well, I don't even know if I want to be on your moob, actually. Can I just be on your arm or something?
No, it's either ass or nothing, Keyzie.
Nothing. No, actually, ass. Thanks, mate. Don't forget, enter at hodaki.co.nz to win that sweet prize.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go. That's your Monday show. No worries at all, fellas. We didn't really do a sports wrap, I realised.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean, of the weekend, because I've been also loving the World Cup, the rugby there.
Oh, yeah.
There's been some cracking matches. We'll maybe chat about that a little bit tomorrow.
Yeah, good idea.
End of the weekend's
People will be
results.
hanging out to hear it.
Totally, man.
All we cared about was the Warriors, which, to be fair, you know...
Oh, no, I care about the Rugby World Cup as
Not
well.
as much as what? Us beating, what was it, Uruguay?
Yeah.
By
No,
70.
It was Namibia.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Namibia.
So-
Well, the good bit was the Wallabies losing to England. Fiji, sorry.
Yeah. And I tell you what, well, actually, Japan gave England a bit of a nudge.
Bit of a hurry
actually.
up as well.
Yeah.
Great.
Hey, what's the plan tonight, Mogi?
Go home with my daughter who's here and who's been
Very well
pretty
behaved.
bloody
She
good,
has.
actually. Yeah. And so go home, try and get some dinner on her, which won't happen, and then give her a bath and put her to bed, and then put myself to bed. Mrs. is away for the
Right.
night, so yeah. Good time.
Good stuff,
on you,
mate.
Catch
mate.
up on my Z's, boys.
Nice. What are you up to, Keyzie?
Tonight, my wife will be coming home with me. We'll make dinner together. We'll book a few things for our honeymoon at the end of the year. That'll be an argument, and then she'll go to sleep. I'll probably play PlayStation.
You'll be persona non grata again.
In the
this
spare
morning.
room.
In the
Muy
spare
bueno,
room.
muy
yeah.
bueno.
Yeah.
What about you, Jace?
I'm going to go home and stay off the darts.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Have a lovely chicken udon noodle soup as well. This is the other good thing about giving up the darts, Mogi, of course. I eat a lot more, which in my case is a good thing because I don't eat enough.
Sure.
Believe it or not.
Do they suppress your appetite? Do they darts?
Oh, yeah,
They do,
man.
yeah.
Okay.
Especially when you smash them with 10 coffees.
Yeah, right.
Hey, listen, it's been a pleasure having your company this Monday afternoon. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. Check out the podcast. Go to our Instagram account. Check out the videos. Till tomorrow. See you later.